There's an old saying in trading that says sell in May and go away. And well, this year I've been doing that to the fullest. Luckily, thanks to Spotify for podcasters, I can record, edit, schedule, and distribute my episodes everywhere from wherever I'm at using either my phone or my computer. Also, video podcasts are available as well in case I ever want to share the views with you guys as I hop around the country. So, if you're interested in starting a podcast and perhaps you're worried about all the complicated background stuff, put those worries aside because with Spotify for podcasters, it's now easier than ever to get started. By the way, you know what else is easy? Monetizing your show, as they literally do all the work for you. So head over to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started today, or simply download the Spotify for Podcasters app. It costs you nothing, which brings me to another saying I enjoy. If it's free, it's for me. Hey guys, Akil Stokes here. Welcome back to the Trading Coach Podcast. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like your trading was spiraling out of control, meaning that you were stuck in a rut, you couldn't get things right, and the problems just kept snowballing until you lost all confidence? If so, you're not alone. And today we're gonna lend some advice, some tips, and some personal tactics for what I do when I find myself in that situation. But that's a good question, because again, following up on today's concept of kind of like fear and uncertainty and lack of confidence. This is why it happens, right? Can you guys see how it happens? And especially as a younger trader or a trader that's going through a drawdown, when you lose this confidence, I don't know if you guys have ever felt this. When you lose this confidence, it's a spiral. It is stress versus distress, right? It is a spiral because you just don't know. And then your mind starts thinking all over the place. I used to get that way in drawdowns, where I've had times in drawdowns, and I'm sure I'll have times in the future where I just lose all confidence and I question myself, like, do I actually know what I'm doing? And then I question myself and I don't see the chart clearly, and I start seeing this and that. We get that paralysis analysis where it's like, this could be a pullback, but this could be a continuation, but this is higher time, but this is, and then we're just in this spiral of craziness, right? I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, right? That's happened to me plenty of times in drawdowns, because in drawdown, I get better as I get experience, right? Because I have experience to help me out and back it up. But in drawdowns, I go crazy because I feel like I'm doing everything right and I'm still losing. So then I question, am I doing everything right? Oh, I must be doing something wrong. And then I start looking at things different ways, and then it's hard. Do you guys know what I do in those situations? And if you've ever been in that situation, let me know what you do. It's I think it'd be wonderful to hear. Stay away. Well, yeah. So you can stay away. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you've gone off the deep end, you just need to stay away, right? If you it's kind of like you should be doing a daily check every morning to make sure you are in the right trading mindset, right? The mind state to trade. So we always talk about, like, if you had a rough night, where you went to the bar and someone convinced you to have a little bit more, and you thought you were still 20 again, and you're not 20 or 21, I should say, in the US, right? You're not 21 again, and now you're feeling it, right? You're hungover, right? You probably shouldn't trade. If you're sick, allergy attacks, feeling bad, right? Your judgment's not going to be good. Probably shouldn't trade. If you had something happen in your personal life, whether it's a relationship or maybe a family emergency, you probably shouldn't trade. Shoot, there are some times if you had a really bad day of trading, right? If trading is going bad and you feel yourself just spiraling and you feel yourself like, man, I'm about to make a mistake, right? We all kind of know it. We all kind of been in situations where we feel like you're about to do something dumb, right? Maybe just me every day. But we've all been in situations where we feel like, man, like I'm just spiraling out of control, right? Then yeah, take a break, step away. It's not worth it, right? I know we talk about this consistency. You want to take every trade to exploit your edge, but at the end of the day, a good trader is a great risk manager. And managing yourself is perhaps the greatest form of risk management. And if you feel like you're about to make a mistake, like you are about to do something dumb, you need to stop yourself. I remember I had a friend in college, right? It was I forgot what we were doing, but we were in the dorm room, and he had a girlfriend that was cheating on him, right? And apparently she was cheating on him with someone in another dorm, and this guy was heated. I don't know if he was drinking or not, but he was going over there looking for blood. And he was, he was raging. He was rushing out the house. And like, I remember I ran up to him and I called him in the elevator, and I just like put my hand on his neck. I'm like, hey man, like think about this. Like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? And he took a second just to think. And he didn't think because, you get the call that, hey, yo, I saw your girl with this other dude, right? You're rageful. You're not seeing right. You're the guy in 300, the dad who got blood rage and just ran out and started slaughtering all those people, right? But I was able to pause him for a quick second and just be like, hey, dummy, think. And it stopped him from doing something really, really, really dumb. We should be able to do the same thing, or we need to do the same thing in our trading. If we feel ourselves in this emotional spiral, you lost, and now you feel like revenge brewing, like, I gotta get something, I gotta make it back. Like, stop yourself. Step away from the charts. Go for a run. Hit the gym. Watch a violent movie. Do something, knit a blanket, a sweater, whatever it is. But stop yourself until you've calmed down. So it is okay to say, hey, I'm going to get away from the charts. I'm taking a day off. Right? That is okay, because yes, you may miss a winning trade. And there are extreme stories like the time I stopped trading for a week after losing $30,000 and missed the opportunity to gain $60,000. That's probably a bad example to go with this kind of thing, right? But you may miss some winning trades. But what you probably did, more likely, you stopped yourself from doing something stupid, because you were probably going to rush into a bad trade. You were probably going to rush into a bad trade with bigger size. You were probably going to lose because it's a bad trade, and you were probably going to make your situation worse, if not blow your account, right? This is one of the reasons they say there's an old saying in the stock market that goes, bulls take the stairs, bears take the window, right? It takes so long to accumulate and grow your account, but all it takes is a few dumb actions, and boom, you can blow it that quick. Right? Jumping out the window is quicker than taking the stairs, if you guys even get the point of reference. So that's one. Orsi says, go back and read your plan. Yeah, this is what I personally do. I review, Orsi. I review. What I do is I go back, I reread my trading plan, right? Define balance. Rereading my trading plan helps confirm that I'm doing the right things. I'm not making bad trades. I look through my journal. I grade all my trades from, like not just on a win-loss perspective, but I've graded on like an execution perspective. So I give myself grades, right? Go through your trading plan, reaffirm that. I go through old training courses. When I get to the point where I've lost confidence and I feel like I can't see a chart right, and again, this happens to me. It hasn't happened in a while, but I would say up to about maybe 3-4 years ago, this still happened to me. So that's when I was up to about 10-12 years in. It still happens to me. Right. Matter of fact, the last time it happened to me was that drawdown I had beginning of the year. I took a 17%. I was all hyped up to get a new, this is going to be my year, trading year, best year ever. And then took a 17% hit for the first 6 months of the year. Right. I think that was 4 or 5 years ago. But regardless, it's 10 years into my career. So I'm a vet and it still happens. So it's normal. But what I do is I go back to my old training. I refresh and I just rebuild confidence. Okay. That is a 3-bar reversal. Okay. That is a bullish trend. Okay, this is how we, right? And it really is all about building confidence, because the drawdown is natural, right? It's not necessarily that we're doing something wrong. I know we want to put blame on ourselves for doing something wrong, but we're not always doing something wrong. Sometimes the markets just suck. And it's not our fault. But at some point, we are always going to tell ourselves that it's our fault, because, that's just human nature, right? If something goes bad, it must be because we're doing something. So we have to rebuild that confidence and just survive it until you can get to the next extension. And then your confidence will be renewed, and then you'll have more confidence in yourself, because you'll be like, remember that drawdown I took in 2003? It was nothing, right? And then it gets easier over time. But at the beginning, it's very difficult. And I said I went through that for probably about 10 years. And maybe I won't go through it again, because I think I'm numb to the worst of drawdowns at this point, but who knows? Who knows? At least I know how to deal with it, and that's the key. You have something in place to deal with it. Orsi said, I also like to read affirmations, anything to do with mindset. Yep, it really is mental. It really is mental. Again, sometimes it is technical, right? If you're doing something wrong, that's why you do these checks. But it really is just getting yourself back on the horse. It's getting yourself back in the game. It's tough. Greg says, is it normal to feel like that while back testing? Greg, you're a weirdo, man. That's no, Greg. No, what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? No, no, it is because if you're backtesting a strategy, you are emotionally invested. You know, although we're not trading it live, we are like our future is on the line. If you think about it, right? Backtesting is kind of like, this is my future. Like this is we all go into backtesting. This is the thing that's gonna get me going. And taking drawdowns and backtesting is basically like the market saying, hey, dummy, this isn't working and you're just wasting all your time. And we can do the same thing. We can create stuff in backtesting. We can lose. I lose confidence all the time in backtesting. Now, most of my backtesting ultimately does fail, but I lose confidence all the time in backtesting. So it's normal. It's worse in real life, but it is normal. So you got that to look for. It's worse in real life, but it is normal in backtesting as well. Yeah. Iman says, on demo, I had 4 trades yesterday, all losing trades, but all trades are taken correctly. So, yep. And it really, it's going to occur until you shift the mindset to process over outcome. And even when you do, again, it's going to be difficult, but shifting to process over outcome and just having confidence is the biggest thing. But it's not easy. It is not easy. Hope you found the info in this podcast episode helpful. Remember, the Trading Coach Podcast comes out 5 times a week on your favorite podcasting app. Do me a favor, support the show, subscribe wherever you listen to this at, hit that like button if you're able to, but certainly share this on your social media platform. Either share it with your followers or, hey, tag me in it, share it with me as well, and that way I can share that you shared, and yeah, we can all share. But yeah, I appreciate the support. Keep it up, guys. And until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan. Take care.